We are sitting here in the law-abiding biker store. Indian Motorcycles just announced their 26 model year lineup. Harley just did theirs yesterday. We're recording this in the morning. Like Harley with Indian, it's a rather cyclic year, which means there's some incremental changes. We've got paint schemes, some things like that. There is a new Scout added to the lineup. We're definitely going to talk about that. It looks really badass. Anyways, we're going to break this down, get rid of a lot of the fluff, and tell you exactly what you need to know if you're in the market for an Indian in 2026. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of the press release. We were under embargo. That has been lifted, obviously, because this video is coming out. Indian Motorcycle, America's first motorcycle company, today announced its model year 2026 lineup, unveiling the Sport Scout RT, new paint and graphics, and adding new distinctive Indian motorcycle accessories across its cruiser, bagger, and touring lineup. So diving in a little bit deeper on the Sport Scout RT, they say it features a modern design and adds a more aggressive and capable spirit to the Scout lineup. It has locking rigid saddlebags, offering over 10 gallons of weatherproof storage. All right, so diving into the Indian website a little more, you've got 3 Sport Scouts in the lineup. The regular Sport Scout, you choose your trim, then you can do the Sport Scout Limited Plus Tech, and then of course the Sport Scout RT. Looks like price is coming in at $16,999 starting, of course, and then for the RT, you've got 3 color options: black smoke, sunset red metallic, my favorite. I like that one. It's really, it pops. And then of course, chalk color. So yeah, good looking bike. And let's dive in a little bit more, Lurch, and talk about some of the things it's coming with.
It's got 5.5-inch moto style risers on it, and those are matched with machine triples and moto style handlebars, so very good look. In addition to that, it comes with a solo seat, a quarter fairing, kind of a club style look, right? And then it's got a 19-inch front wheel for aggressive modern look.
And then also looking, one of the big things which you didn't mention is these saddlebags, right?
Yes.
So hard saddlebags and locking saddlebags at that. So yeah, definitely just a really cool looking bike. Of course, you've got your electronic, circular gauge up there.
And I like the combo of the solo seat and then the hard bags together. The hard bags are attractive on this bike. I think they fit.
Yep, you got 2-in-1 exhaust, big old fat exhaust out the right side. So of course we said base price $16,999. Of course they've got a plethora of different accessories here that you can add to it. Just looking at one here is the Power Band audio Bluetooth speaker. If you want some tunage on your RT, and you can see here that fits right up inside your fairing for $700, it looks like. Some other accessories that you have access to are adjustable brake and clutch levers, and then what else, Lurch?
There's also some 8-inch pullback handlebar riser, so if you want to go a little bit taller and a little farther back with your bars, you can do that.
All right, so the Indian Scout has been a very when Lurch wants to look smart, he takes his glasses off because he feels like he can be very sophisticated. Watch, as soon as I start talking, he's going to take his glasses off. All right, so the Indian Scout has been a popular bike for Indian over the last several years at least, and I think this RT is going to continue on that path. We talk about it in the motorcycle industry, both Indian and Harley Davidson. They're struggling getting new riders onto their machines, because they want to do that when they're young, obviously, and get them into a sort of an entry-level bike, and then hopefully in the future, they can, get something bigger, a touring or more expensive. Not that the RT is priced as an entry-level bike, and we talked about this when we talked about the 26 Harley release. Is these companies really need to focus on a bike that's coming in around the 6,000 to 8,000 mark. A lot of riders, young riders, are running out. They're buying sports bikes that's affordable and gets them on the machine and on the particular brand. And so hopefully we think Harley's working on something there, and we hope Indian is too, because that's kind of going to be the future, I think.
Yeah, currently both Harley and Indian, I think their most affordable bike is at just under $10,000, $9,999, and that's something that we're hoping that Harley's working on, and hopefully Indian will as well, because 10 grand's a decent price, but for an entry bike, it'd be nice to get them down to that 6,000 to 8,000.
Yep, sports bike type prices or less, somewhere in there. Anyways, enough about the RT. Go check it out if you're interested in that bike. So as far as the PowerPlus touring bagger lineup for 2026. No real big changes, some different colorways. In fact, if you want to learn all about those bikes, I'll link to my video in the description below. Earlier this year, Indian flew me to Vegas and I was able to test ride and review those bikes a lot more in depth. So again, video in the link, or I'll put the link in the description below. Additionally, Indian just sent us about a month ago a 25 Roadmaster PowerPlus, and we have that for long-term review. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell icon so you're notified. We're going to be dropping videos on that bike. And also they're sending us another bike. What's that?
If it all works out, we should get a Super Scout, so that'll be fun. We've had a couple of the baggers. It'd be nice to have a Scout and play around with the smaller, lighter bike and see what she does.
Yep, so we'll probably pick that up soon, and we'll be dropping content on that, of course. And there is some cool tech that came out on the 2025 PowerPlus. Of course, it's in my video that I did, but some blind spot warning and tailgate warning. We've been out testing it and are really liking the results, so stay tuned. And then we've got some accessories for some of the other lineups, right?
Yeah, the Scout, the Chief, and the Touring models are going to have some new accessories. Just to name a few, the Touring is getting some new trunk liners and saddlebag liners for traveling. There's some different bars and seats available for the Chief and the Scout. So,
and reverting back to the RT a little bit, if you're curious, 1250cc, 105 horsepower, 82 foot-pounds of torque. So a little ripper of a bike. I'd really like Indian to send us one of these for a longer term review. And some other standard equipment on the RT.
Coming with ABS, different ride modes. It's got a USB charger and data port, cruise control, traction control. Of course, it's got keyless ignition and a 4-inch display powered by Ride Command.
All right, we're not going to make this video any longer than it needs to be. That's all we got. So when you're done watching, get out there and ride every chance you get, Bikeaholics. Peace.
I was the boy with the plan that turned me into a man, and man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it again. On business is right where I stand. Never been slipping on sand, and man, I keep winning and winning again. Whoops, I did it